everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the After Party Files. I am Shae Smolik, your host for this episode, and today I am here with Tyson Bell, a senior student at ASU University. First off, how are you?
Doing good. How about you?
Pretty good. So you're in PIKE, correct?
Yep.
All right, so for those that don't know, PIKE is one of the top frats. I don't really know how frats are ranked, as I am not in a sorority and don't really hang around a lot of frats, but what was that rushing experience like for you?
That was the only frat that I rushed. So
Okay.
when I first got to college, I didn't know too much about frats. So I was like, I don't know, being black, we don't know a lot about it.
Right.
So I was like, I'm never joining a frat. I had a guy that I played football with who was just like, just come to a party. So I was like, all right. I came to a party. There was girls everywhere. So I was like, yeah, whatever this is, I want it. So I ended up, I only went to like 2 rush events. One was like a combine with like a bench press and like running because PIKE.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And I was just like, I did good on those. And then they were like, come to like some barbecue. So I just pulled up and they were like, you want to be a part PIKE? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I feel like every guy I've seen in PIKE is definitely very built. Like I don't think I've seen a guy without some sort of muscles.
That's like the whole thing of like PIKE. You're supposed to be like a buff douchebag.
Right. So, yeah. Is it true that like going into freshman year, or freshman and sophomore year, because my mom's always like, Shae, if you're going to like go after anyone, don't go after a freshman or a sophomore. They're still in their party phase. So is it true that all you really care about is sex, females, and drinking your freshman year?
No, because my freshman year, when I got there, I was like heavy in the school.
Right.
I still partied every Tuesday, Thursday, like Saturday, but I was super into school and I ended up getting locked down my freshman year. So like,
oh shit.
Yeah, that wasn't, so like for me, that wasn't like all I wanted to do. But I will say like, yeah, for most people, that's like the time to get everything out your system.
Yeah, get everything out of
I
the
did
way.
I did everything backwards instead of, yeah.
So female wise, I know ASU is very like, there's one, a lot of pretty girls here. 2, there's a lot of easy girls here. But like, have you found a girl that maybe you could ever like see a wife in? Because I feel like I don't see a lot of girls that are like actually wifey material here.
Yeah. I'll say like 2 girls. One girl, I've only talked to her twice, but like, I don't care. That's like my wife one day. And then another girl, like I said, I ended up getting locked down my freshman year. Like that's probably like, yeah, besides the other girl I said, it's the only girl I've ever met that's wifey material.
Why did you guys end things? What did you do, Tyson?
Nah, it's more so just like I said, so I got into a relationship freshman year and I'm 18
Right.
and I just feel like when you're that young, you don't understand that like there's bigger things. Like, cause when you're 18, all you care about is like college and having fun.
Right.
Like there's no big problems. So like as you get older and you start to change, like, and you start to have to figure out what you're gonna do after college and stuff like that, there starts to be bigger things like job choices and what you're gonna do and all that. And I just feel like I didn't watch how I say this. I just feel like, so like my job profession being like the military and everything, I feel like that's like my dream.
Yeah.
And then this other person had another route. And so I feel like I kind of knew that this person was never really okay with it.
Right.
But she tried her best to be okay with it. But like deep down I knew and deep down she knew, but we were just trying to like hold on to it. And I just feel like I saw where it was going. Like the senior year, I kind of saw where it was heading to. And I was just trying to like hold on to it, but.
Wait, you said this, how long were you with this chick?
3 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. I thought this was a freshman thing.
No, it's just like a long thing. That's why I said this is
Okay.
wifey material. But like after you like break up or whatever, you do self-reflection. And I was like looking back and I was like, you see, like I kind of knew where it was heading. And so I kind of started, I guess, acting out and doing stuff just because I felt like, I don't know, maybe like I didn't feel secure.
right.
And so it caused me to act out and do certain things, but that obviously like I wish I wouldn't have done. But at the end of the day, bro, I just kind of look at it and it's like, it's not, I feel like it's not anyone's fault really, because we're both young and we both like, we're changing with each other. But I don't know, the way I just kind of self-reflected, I was like, it's everyone's first time living, you know?
Exactly. It's also your first time in college. You never really got to experience that because you did hop into a relationship so fast. Like, at a certain point, it is hard for, I think, us females who aren't wanting to go into the military to be like, well, why would you want to do that? Like, why would you want, how are we going to work out if that's going to happen? You're going to be overseas or wherever you're going. That's going to be hard to figure out as a relationship. Plus, you don't get a lot of time, I'm assuming, to talk to a significant other or anyone when you're deployed.
I mean, people make it work. Some people don't. I mean, I was just like the person where I was just like, no matter what, like, we'll make it work. That's how I am. And then I felt like it was never like reciprocated. Right. So that's why, and like, I'm a guy, but I'm human too. So like, we need reassurance too. And I just, like I said, my senior year, I started to see us drifting away, and I like expressed it, and we just tried to make it work. And looking back now, I don't regret anything, but if I could do it over again, I'd obviously be more mature now to just immediately just be like, hey, like, I already see where this is going. Like, this is not going to work. Let's just call it quits here. But instead, like I said, it's everyone's first time living. We're just trying to make that shit work. So have you known your entire life that you wanted to go into the military, or where does that come from? I don't know. I was like 5 years old. I never watched like SpongeBob. My dad wouldn't let me. Really? Nope. I wasn't allowed to watch like cartoons. It was just like, I don't know, superheroes and stuff. But when I was like 5, I used to have this TV in my guest room. And I think one day, there's something, back in the day they took it off. It was called the Military Channel, but they don't have it anymore. But it was just called the Military Channel. Now it's like History Channel or something. But it was just all military stuff. And I would just watch that shit all day. And everything I did was military. My parents already knew, like, that's what I was doing since I was young, so. Yeah, no, my brother's always, my oldest brother, who's, I don't even know how old he is at this point, 25 maybe, he's always wanted to go into the military, and that's been his biggest dream. He wanted to go into the Air Force or something. Yeah. And he's always shooting guns and doing all this crazy shit, but my parents are always like, well, I don't want you to risk your life. Like, yes, you're going to fight for a bigger purpose, but also I don't want the thought and like even the thought of losing you. And I know that's kind of depressing and you're whatever, but how do your parents feel about that? So my mom, I remember like before I went to school, like college, I was like, I'm going to go to school first, get my degree, and then I'm going to go to the military. And she told me, no, you're not. Like, no, you're either going to get your degree or you're just going to go straight to the military. No one does both. I was like, all right, well, watch me, you know? Yeah. But, so yeah, when it came around a time like this year where I'm like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and hey, this job is like I'm picking a specific job that's dangerous. She was kind of just like, I don't want you doing that. Like, pause. What branch do you want to go into? So I was in the Army Reserve throughout college, and then I just re-enlisted into the Air Force. Okay. Yeah. All right, go on. Sorry. Yeah. So, yeah, she was just kind of like mad. Like, I don't want you to go over there and risk your life. My dad was just like, yeah, go for it. You know, me and my dad are super tight, and me and my mom are super tight too, but my dad's more so just like, you're a grown man, you do what you want, I'll support you. I feel like dads also, moms are very soft and like, you're her baby. Like that's hard to come by and think about, but dads are always like, yeah, that's my boy. Like, yeah, he's over there fighting for other people, for my freedom. That's my boy. Yeah. And so, I mean, but eventually I feel like I kind of just started to tell my mom, like, hey, let's just not talk about the military. But now we're at the point where she's like supportive, and she's just like, hey, make sure you get all your benefits. Right. So I have a lot of family in the military, so I think she's starting to get a little bit used to it. Good. Well, that's good. Yeah, it's definitely a scary thought, but also like, you've wanted to do it your entire life. Go for it. Have fun while doing it and live out your dream. That's the best thing you can do. And I think your parents probably see that too. Yeah. But back to frats, or I guess security now. Do you ever have girls be close to you just because you're a security guard? Yeah, that's, I have so many, like, especially having a girlfriend for 3 years. Yeah. I had to become friends. Like, it was nothing more. So I have so many friends that are girls, but I'd say like 75% of those friends that are girls are only friends with me because I'm security. Like if I wasn't security these last whatever couple years, we'd be cool, but they wouldn't like text me or
Right.
like, yeah. But I'm okay with it because at the end of the day, it's just like, it just is what it is. Like, I don't really care.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I've seen girls just swarm to you. Like I went to go talk to you the other day and you had like, you walked in and you were being swarmed. I was like, oh my God, he's like a celebrity. All I wanted to ask you was, hey, will you be on my podcast?
I know.
And I couldn't even get
But
a word in.
that was awkward. I don't know what, that's cause I really don't know. I remember that I walked in and it was just like people yelling at me, girls mad. I'm all types of shit. And I was like, bro, like, fuck.
Yeah, this girl came up to you and was
screaming
like,
at me.
why the fuck did you do that? And you're looking at her like, who are you?
I was just like, bro, please shut up.
Right. Like, also, what you do during your job shouldn't reflect you as a character because that's your job. Like, if you have to kick someone out of the bar, what did you do to get kicked out of the bar? That's not on me.
No, she was yelling at her over something that happened like 3 months ago. Because I think I left her undelivered for like 4 months. And she
was salty about that.
Yeah, but I'm like, bro, why are you yelling at me in public? Like,
right. That's very dramatic.
So dramatic.
But do you ever have times where, like, because I know when a guy gets white boy wasted or just like completely out of their mind drunk.
Yeah.
And like, okay, you're slurring your words, you're stumbling over everything. You're you were attractive to me at one point, but now you're just unattractive. Does that happen with girls too? Because I feel like I always see girls who are like stumbling to the bathroom.
Yeah. I mean, it used to be, but since I've worked security for so long, like I just see drunk people 24/7.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm just kind of used to it. And then also like, I don't know, I get pretty hammered too, like when I go out. So I'm just like, meh. But when you are sober, like especially at work, at devs, especially like the way it was, like that was pretty hard to like look at girls that you thought were like pretty and then they come and you didn't know they like drank like that.
Like that.
And they're like falling over, no shoes, like.
Right. Or throwing up on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
like,
I'm just like, all right, girl, get it together. Like I'll get blackout, but I'm not like falling over, throwing up, like walking
you still have
with one shoe.
some control over yourself. Yeah, no, some girls, like my roommate's kind of a victim to this. She's a victim to alcohol. Like she has no idea what she's doing when she's drunk. And it's funny in the moment, but then you think back at it and you're like, where did you go wrong in the night? Because when I feel myself getting to that point, if it's not like a blackout night or whatever, if I feel myself getting to that point, I'm stopping myself because I know that, okay, 1, I don't want to embarrass the people I'm with. 2, I don't want to get kicked out.
Yeah.
And 3, I don't want to embarrass myself.
I think I've heard stories about your roommate getting blacked out drunk.
Probably. You actually probably have. She's a good friend of one of your security guys. Yeah, you know that?
Yeah.
Okay, figured you knew that.
Yeah.
But what's some crazy story? Like, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened while working at like Devils?
Yeah, I think I said this last time, dude. I've never seen like girls just piss in public. We would, I don't know.
What?
Yeah, like that happened all the time. Like I would catch girls like, because the girls line was always long. Like you buy the books, just like.
Yeah, to be fair, the girls line took like an hour to get through, but go ahead.
Just like pissing in the corner. And I'm like, girl, get up. You got to go. Like, bro, I don't know. Figure it out. Go outside.
Well, there's also like a Cane's right across the street. Like, go there. Yeah, I paid Alec about $50 to go pee at the Cane's.
So I'm saying, like, if you really want to go, if you ask nice enough too, like, we'll just be like, yeah, go ahead.
Right.
Can't
or
go,
slip them a 20 and
something.
like do something.
Yeah, that one was crazy. And I think like another crazy thing that happened was we just got into like a big brawl with like some kids from out of town. And I just remember like mid-fight, like I was just looking around and it was just like chaos. I was like,
why? What was the fight about?
Dude, I forgot. We kicked one of their friends out and he was fighting one of our security guards. So we like held him down and called the police. And then all his friends came rushing out and they were like, just get up and run. And so he tried
that's the best way to go about it.
So he tried to get up and run and then like it just turned into a fight. And I mean, we won, but
good.
They all ended up, going to jail. So
if there's one thing I wouldn't do, looking at that, like the group you have, I wouldn't probably test you.
That's what I'm saying. And
especially you kind of scare me a little. Like when you're working, you're very like.
I know. Well, I'm like really quiet during work, but because naturally I'm really quiet just in general. Unless I'm just like in a public setting, but when it comes to work, any type of work, I'm always super quiet. So, and then Devil is like, you just have to be.
Yeah, always on your toes.
You have to be so like
alert
and loud and like mean because people like don't listen. But like when I work at Ainsworth or Electric Pickle, like I'm hella chill. Cause
do you work at Electric Pickle?
Yeah, come tomorrow.
I am coming tomorrow. Actually, I'll see you there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think you're the one that scared me the most. Blake, I've always talked to Blake, love Blake, but then I would always be like, does Tyson hate me or is he always
that's what everyone
like that?
says. Everyone's like, do you like me? I'm like, yeah, just don't irritate me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So I know that some of my friends are also victims of this, where they find a new guy at the bar every night. And it's like, well, where did this person go? And like, oh, I found a guy to go home with. Like, do you see that often at these bars?
Yeah. And it's weird too, because like you'll be on both sides of it, you know? Like you'll see these same old girls, the different dude every night, and you just like get used to it. But then it's like weird when you're like not working, and then like let's say I go out and then like go home with the person, and then I'll like ask about the lore after, and they'll be like, oh yeah, on Tuesday she got with so and so, and I'm like, dude, all right, well I'm never talking to her again now.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's like you see it happen, but then like when it happens to you, then you're just like,
then you're not really thinking of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like to me, when guys do that, to me, it's not really like a issue. Like guys have sex. Guys have a lot of sex.
It sucks. It's a double standard, but like.
It does suck, but also to me, it doesn't really, because like I see where guys come from when one, we have consequences. Two, that's just not attractive. And like guys have always been known to be monsters in the sheets, and they're always having sex, but girls, we're supposed to be feminine and like nurturing. We're not supposed to be in the sheets every night. Like I find it unattractive when a girl's like, yeah, I have 25 bodies, and I'm like,
oh, that's OD.
Like what? Like how do you even?
But that's ASU though.
Exactly.
That's why I stopped asking body count. I just asked like, when's the last time you fucked?
Right.
I'm like, if it's this week, like go home.
Get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I also just like. We're the number one STD school in the world. That is nuts.
Dude, I had a girlfriend for so long, so I didn't like understand like that was real. But then like getting out here, I'm like, oh, like you start hearing stories about girls. I'm like, oh, these people actually just have this shit and they're just running around like
and they don't care.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, hell no.
There's also people that have sex like they could have sex 7 times a week and they don't get tested. Go get tested.
See, I always get tested.
Yeah, if you're having sex that much, one, we already up there on the STD level. Yeah. 2, if you're a female and you have an STD, that can stop you from having kids. Yeah. Also, why would you want to spread that shit? You can have sex all you want as long as 1, you're safe with it, and 2, go and get tested if you're having sex that often.
The thing is, too, is like, for some reason, a lot of girls are asymptomatic. A lot of guys are asymptomatic.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, a guy because sometimes guys just don't get tested. Like, oh, something's wrong with me, so I'm not getting tested. I'm like, bro, you should still get tested. But they're asymptomatic, and they'll just be giving shit out.
Right, and they have no idea. But that's why...
I think everybody just needs to get tested.
If you're having sex, get tested. Unless you're in a long-term relationship and no one's cheating, go get tested.
And the thing is it's like expensive if you go to... like the real hospital, because I learned that like in January I went to go and it was like $100, but
damn,
I started going to the ASU like clinic thingy and it's like $20.
Yeah, it's like $20. It's super cheap.
So like
I have a friend that just went to go get tested and she's like, it was only $20. So why don't more people do it?
Dude, you can go. I go like every month. It's like $20. Like it's worth it. It's not, if you don't have $20 to go get tested, then I don't know.
You probably shouldn't be in college anymore. Like go get a job.
Yeah, get a job.
Yeah, no. How long have you been working security?
Shit, 2.5 years. I started at Devs, I think my second semester of my sophomore year.
Okay. Yeah. So you've always been kind of doing it.
Yeah.
Does it pay well at least? Or is it just for the lore?
It pays well.
Okay, good. Yeah. It must pay really well because you got a geeky smile on your face right now.
Yeah, it pays well. It just depends how you run your security team. Okay. Yeah.
And you guys, Alec runs that, right? He runs your security team?
Alec's the manager, yeah.
Is it Alex or Alec?
Alec.
With a C.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So is it like does he have a business or?
Yeah, it's like a security company.
Okay.
So he's like the head. So honestly, when I first got on the team, I was in nursing. So like I had a crazy schedule.
Oh shit.
And I was just like, yo, he was like, you want to work one day every 2 weeks? And I was like, yeah, that's like I can only do that like anyways because I'm studying. And then when I got on, he was like, oh, you can work every Thursday. And I was like, well, it's at nighttime, so that's fine with me, you know? But I ended up getting on and not realizing that like it's a super good job.
Right.
So then I started picking up more shifts, and then Alex started being like, hey, you want to work here too and here too. And then we got to Ainsworth and Electric Pickle. So it's good money, and Alec runs it like super well. Like I owe like everything to him.
Yeah, no, I feel like you guys are, especially at Ainsworth, I think I've seen you more there than I have at Devs, because I don't really go to Devs, and Devs is closed now. But you're all very, like, you always have stuff going on in your little earpiece. Like if you see someone, you're very organized in getting them out of there. Yeah. So props to you on doing that. I don't think I could ever be a security guard in a college town at college bars. And
I mean, the key to it is, because when I first started, I was always fighting, and I was like, all right, bro, I got to, like, I'm so tired of this, you know? The key to it is, you have to like build the image of like, hey, like at first you try to be chill with someone, like just try to talk to people instead of just yelling at them or like aggravating them when they're drunk. Try to just calm the situation down. But it's like the second time you have to say something, you can't like be soft with it. That's why like people like think I'm mean. It's just like, no, but like when I say something the first time, it's like with the demeanor and the attitude of like, hey, like don't do that shit, like, or it's going to be an issue. But that alleviates like people not taking you serious and stuff like that. So I feel like it hasn't been that hard for me, just because like I'm like, my demeanor when I'm working is very like, I'm cool, but like, you know, don't do something stupid, bro. You know,
don't fuck with me type of attitude.
Yeah, you know, and then that alleviates me from having to fight and stuff all the time.
Right.
Like, trying to be nice. You just have to know when to be cool people and then when to be like, yo, cut that shit out. You know.
Right. Yeah.
It's like balance. I don't know. You like learn it as you keep working, and then
I would probably just clock someone in the face and be like, get the fuck out.
And that's how you are when you first start, but then like you realize like, hey, my knuckles are fucked up.
Right.
So
should probably stop doing that.
Yeah.
All right, back to, did you ever live in the GLV?
Pike never had a GLV.
Oh, yeah, you guys don't. Yeah. How was that? Like, what?
Well, because, like, I don't know, when we were coming up, it was just like, you pay for the GLV. Everyone that pays for the GLV is in debt. And then also, it's like, you can't throw any parties there. You can't really do anything.
Yeah, there's like, why do we not have a frat road? Do you know?
I think it got demolished. Because for a while, I'm pretty sure, like, frats and sororities, like, weren't allowed. Because we used to have one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel like the GLV is so stupid because, one, if you're in a frat or sorority, you're there to party. Mm-hmm. Like, sorority girls always say, well, I'm just in a sorority because it's sisterhood. No, you're not. That's not the only reason you're in a sorority. Yeah. And frats, you're not there just to meet your brothers.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I get it.
Everything.
Right. I get it, frats. Like, that's kind of the only way you can get into stuff, like frat parties and wine Wednesdays or whatever it may be. But also, the GLV doesn't allow you to even do anything. Yeah. Like, there's wine Wednesdays tonight. I know right now they're covering the windows with a black sheet.
Yeah, we don't want to do all that. You know?
Right.
Like, we just have a whole bunch of houses and we can throw whatever.
Right. Yeah. I find it funny that you guys are still one of the top houses and don't have a GLV.
Well, I mean, yeah, who knows? We might get one, but I mean, that's just because Tempe's they're like cracking down on house parties and stuff, and they're giving fat ass tickets. But
yeah, I don't understand that either.
I don't know. But
they don't give us anything anymore. Like, we go to LPs and there's, you know how many people have gotten MIPs?
For real?
Yeah, they're rating that too. They sit outside in an undercover cop car and they wait and they say, hey, can I see your ID?
I did not know that. That's
and of
crazy.
Course they pull out their real ID. Yeah. Like, well, why do you have alcohol in your hand?
That's crazy.
I don't know, because I'm a college student trying to live my fucking life. Leave me alone.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I mean, I've been going to LPs for like years.
Well, you're of age
now. But like, I mean, I've been going for the last like whatever. 3 years.
They just started doing that. But also, like, they're shutting down Tab.
Yeah, they are?
Yeah.
They shut down Dev? Yeah, bro.
They shut down Devs. They shut down Tab. What are we supposed to do?
I don't know. I feel like they're trying to make it ASU like a non-party school, but I feel like that's like, they're just gonna lose people that want to come here. That's the whole point of the school. Like, so if you guys really want to shut that down, no one's gonna come to the school.
No one's gonna want to come here. It's not like we have the greatest academics. People come here, one, because it's Arizona. Yeah. And two, because it's ASU.
That's the only reason why I didn't even visit ASU. I literally was just like, I was going to play football. And then I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And I was like, I'm just going to go to ASU. Like, I didn't even visit. I was like, I know it's going to be fun.
Right. Like you see all the videos and you see everyone in their bikinis at a frat party. And like, you're fucking that up when you're busting frat parties in 30 minutes and then closing down all of our bars and then raiding the bars that are open. And it's not like we can get into Old Town anywhere. Yeah. Which, like, rightfully so. Those are pretty big. But, like, give us Tempe at least.
I know.
And them shutting down frat parties. So, do you guys pay off tickets?
Yeah. So, you get, that's why people do joints, 2 frats. So, you get a ticket. And then, I guess, maybe if you split it, or you could have one frat pays the first ticket, second frat pays the second ticket, and then you'll probably shut down after that.
And they just go away after that? And then someone new will call a new cop, right?
Yeah, it depends. Sometimes you pay them off and they go away, or sometimes the city's like, hey, you have too many tickets. Like, we need to talk about this. I don't know. That's like too high up for me. I ain't never really been that far, but that's what happens usually.
But their tickets are like $2,000. Yeah. They're pretty expensive.
That's why you pay dues, I guess, though. Like all that money goes somewhere.
All the money and all the alcohol y'all have to buy for parties and shit. But
so.
And the decorations. You guys are pretty good at decorating. I'm pretty proud of you guys.
I know. I feel like 2 years ago, that was like the prime where there used to be like crazy ass frat setups. Like I think one year we built like a tree house DJ. So like the DJ was in the tree.
Oh my God.
For like Rio de Janeiro. Like that's back when like that shit was crazy. But I feel like now it's kind of just mellow.
Yeah, now I don't think anyone really cares about the decorations. Yeah. They're more like, give me the alcohol. The more alcohol you have, the longer I'm going to stay.
And just like, don't get shut down and just like party immediately.
Right.
That's how it is now,
Yeah. Do you know your name has been on Yik Yak multiple times? Like, you're always on Yik Yak.
I'm always on Yik Yak.
People are always talking about you.
I know. I think it's just weird. I mean, but I don't mind it. Like, I've never minded it just because, I don't know, bro. I just, like, when I first got here, literally nobody knew who I was.
Right.
And I was just a regular kid. So to be like where I'm at now, like I'm already knowing that half the people that come out when I'm out and they see me and they dap me up are like half the people that talk shit for whatever reason. Cause I really am super nice to like, especially guys. I feel like I'm more of a dick like to girls than I am to guys. I feel like I'm always chill with dudes. So I don't know why.
I also feel like it's probably a jealousy issue because you are a pretty popular guy. I mean, like I've witnessed it multiple times where people just come swarming. Like some guy asked you again the other night, when are we going to the gym? You're like, tomorrow, bro. Like,
I'm like, I don't know.
You're always being talked about in a negative or positive light. Either way is good.
Yeah, it's publicity.
Yeah. And it's also not bad to say you like it because obviously everyone likes when they're being talked about. Sure, it hurts more when it's in a negative light, but also people know my name.
Yeah. My thing is, I don't know. I've never, I think that's why I'm like at where I'm at right now is because, and people know this, I like don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about me.
Right.
Like, I know I'm a good person. I don't need to prove it to anybody. And I'm just going to do like what I like to do.
Right.
And so, you can say whatever you want on Yik Yak or whatever. But at the end of the day, like my thing is like, and people make fun of me for social media, but I'm like, whatever I post, but I'm like, hey, I never thought in my life I'd have 10,000 followers,
right?
And I'm like, and I've gotten so much like free stuff, brand deals, all types of stuff, and like connections. My biggest thing is connections, meeting people and people knowing who I am and just wanting to like hook me up just because you have a K next to your name, like, on social media, like it helps. So I don't really care.
Yeah, no, I would say, and to people who do care about that type of stuff and like, holy shit, these people think negative of me or whatever, people are talking shit about me, whatever it may be, I always try to tell them like, one, why do you give a fuck? These people are sitting behind a screen posting something. They don't even have the balls to say it to your face.
Bored. Like, like what? Like, why are you thinking about me like at 2 p.m. in the afternoon? You want to post so bad. Like,
Right.
Go do homework or something.
Go do
know.
homework, go get a job, do something with your life. But you sitting behind a screen talking about me is the one thing you shouldn't be doing, because you are doing nothing with your life while I'm trying to do something with mine and be successful as I am. Like I had that same problem in school where people would talk shit, because I've been growing my following since I was fucking 7, living in California and in Iowa, in a small town in Iowa that's not heard of, right? Like we had Ashton Kutcher and that's about it. But yeah, and I kind of had to learn myself, like, okay, these people are talking shit about me for a reason. Clearly, I'm doing something right. If you're being talked about in a negative light, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's never going to be all positive. You
right.
know? There's no such thing.
I feel like the more haters you have, the more successful you're going to be.
That's why the first podcast I went on, like that podcast, it caught hella hate, but it blew up.
Right.
And that was the first thing to really get me some clout. Like I got like 3,000 followers from that thing. That's when I first started realizing, like, oh, okay, I can take social media a little bit seriously, you know? I
don't think it's ever bad to take, social media is our new world. Like everyone finds, like nowadays, everyone finds their wife on social media or their husband on social media. You find all of your connections through social media.
All of them, dude.
You sometimes even book a job because you have 10,000 or more on social media. Like growing your social media is a great thing nowadays because it's so prevalent. And like people, like even Casamigos, I was going to work there. I wanted to work there. And they asked about Instagram followers.
Oh, they have places ask, like when you apply to jobs, how many followers do you have? Like literally this week and last week, I'm like at that level now where like, I know like the social media works for me. Like where if I need something, I just post them. Like last week I was like, who can help me out with real estate in Destin, Florida? I had people sliding up, helping me with that. And then this week I'm like, somebody connect me with promoters in Vegas. I had like 12 people slide up to connect me with stuff. So it's like, I like taking the social media seriously. That shit has helped me like kind of just, it makes everything easier.
It also just makes your personal brand easier. Say you wanted to start a business and you have that to back you up.
Exactly.
I mean, even like me, I have 122,000 people who can potentially watch this podcast, right? That's why I started it, because I have the potential of all of this. It's the potential that gets out there. And like, if you have that drive and you have that passion, do it. Fuck what everyone else thinks. Who the fuck cares what Timmy Toe is saying in his corner eating popcorn while he's 500 pounds? Who the fuck cares?
I never care, bro. Like I'm just gonna do me. You either like me or you don't.
Exactly.
You know? But I think that's why that's my brand. I think I built that. I think like that's why there's no in between. It's either you like me or you do not like me. Right. I care less, you know?
Yeah, exactly. If you could change one thing about your college experience, what would it be from freshman to senior year?
Nothing.
Really?
I don't like have regrets. I don't know.
Good.
Like I said, like from where I was freshman year, I never would thought like I'd be here. I mean, like money wise, friends wise, social wise, like everything that I've done to get here, and set me up for my like future career, even in the military, everything, like I wouldn't change it at all. So
growing up, did you always want to come to ASU, or where are you from?
Cali.
Okay. Yeah. Was this your dream school for all the time, or?
No, this was random. Like I said, I was going to play football at Central Michigan.
Okay.
And then it was during COVID year though, when I graduated, and then they were like only giving like half scholarships during COVID. And I was like, bro, this is like still going to cost me so much. Right. And then it was also like negative something degrees out there. And I was like, yeah, this ain't for me.
Yeah, no.
So I was in the gym with my roommates. And I was like, I'm just going to go to ASU. I was like, I know I can get in. It's right there.
Right.
And then I was like, what if we all went together? And so they were just like, fuck it. And so we all just got a house and went to ASU.
Are they all still here?
One, but one graduated last semester, so he just went back. And the cool thing is all my roommates are military too.
Oh shit!
So we all came here, did the military thing, and went to ASU.
So when do you get deployed?
So the way it works is like you leave, and I leave like June 17th. So you leave, you have to always do like a train up. Mm-hmm. So you got to train for however many months they tell you to. I'm trying to make this like as easy to understand as possible. But yeah, you do a train up, and then you become basically, I guess, deployable. And then depending on whenever you guys complete your training and your movements or MLAT, whatever it is, then you deploy.
So do you know where you might be going?
No, not yet.
So Christian was deployed.
Christian just deployed to Germany. Yeah. But see, like Christian, right now is doing that train up. Or I don't know if he left yet, but no, I don't think so. I think he has a couple months doing his train up.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's not there yet.
So outside of like what you're about to go do, have you been training yourself? Like
that's
going to the gym every day?
Well, and that's the thing too, is that because I don't really like show it that much, but people really only see me when I'm at work or like when I'm out on the weekends, because I always go out because I'm about to leave soon.
Right.
So I don't give a fuck. I'm outside, But people don't understand, like during the week, like especially this week, I was so drained and I took like 2 days off, really. Especially today, I didn't do anything today because I was just tired. But literally my whole day is just training. Like I wake up, I eat, I do homework, and then I go run, and then I go to the gym, and then I go swim. Like that's like 6 hours a day just training,
Jesus.
So, and that's every day. And I've been training like that since last September. So that's why. And then like, that's why like when people tell me, like I don't realize it because it's just part of my life. So I'm so used to doing it every day. But people are like, you're one of the hardest working people I know. And I'm like, what? Like, bro, but it's like, I guess from the outside looking in, the people who actually know me, it's like, you train this hard and you keep your grades good during the week, and then I still see you going out 3 days like on the weekend.
You kind of do it all.
They're like, how? And I'm just like, if you want it bad enough, bro, and you want to have a good balance, like I still want to have a social life,
Yeah. So are you still a nursing major?
No, I switched to pre-med. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's much easier. Good job. Like how is that even possible?
Dude, nursing was ass. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, my friends are in nursing.
It's just not. It wasn't for me because. First of all, that was like crazy studying. So I was in the accelerated program.
Okay.
And, dude, I remember one clinical, I don't want to be like rude, but
Go for
I was wiping ass and like changing Pure Wicks and shit. And I was like, when I first chose nursing, because like you come to college, you're a freshman, you don't know what you want to do. You literally just pick a major.
Yeah.
So I just thought like nursing, money, let me just do this. I want to help people. But I don't want to change Pure Wicks and wipe ass and smell like I was just like, dude, this is not what I like. So I just remember like once I finished the semester out, I literally just put in for a change, and my other roommate was already doing pre-med to become a doctor, and I was just like, I'm just gonna switch over, bro. So
why would you pick such a hard, I mean, both nursing and pre-med is extremely hard. Why would you pick such a hard major if you knew you were going to the military?
Because I didn't. So I didn't know I was going to go active duty after school. Obviously I had a girlfriend. She wasn't really cool with that. And then also like, I kept trying to just like do the reserve and like pick a job and just like, oh, okay, I'll just do the doctor thing. And every time I tried to stick to something else, it just wasn't sitting right. And so eventually I was like, none of this stuff is for me. I know what I need to do. I just need to stop fighting it. But I had to go to pre-med from nursing because I had already taken kind of all the science classes. If I would have picked something else, it would like set me back like to not graduate on time. And I was like, I'm graduating on time,
Yeah, that's true.
I was just like,
yeah, no, both of my parents, well, my mom's a doctor, my dad's a surgeon, and I wanted to be an OBGYN for the longest time. And then I grew up a little and was like, 15 years of school? Fuck no. Yeah, I was focused on emergency medicine. Like my roommate and I started a nonprofit organization. We volunteered. We worked at the fire department. Like we did everything for like the resume all the time and all the work. And I just remember when I told my parents, I was like, I know I've been working at this, but like, this is just not for me. I was like scared, but because it's so much effort that goes into it. But I just feel like, I guess maybe when you ask like shit, would I have changed anything? I guess I probably would have took an easier major. Yeah. Because that shit, like school was so fucking hard for me. Like this. Well, yeah, I see it from my friends because I'm on the downtown campus too. Yeah, Phoenix, yeah. Yeah, and 2 of my friends are nursing majors. I mean, they are in there studying for hours on end. I'm a journalism major. I'm like, click, done. I'm done with my homework. But they just dropped anatomy because it's so fucking hard. They both failed their clinicals because it's so, or no, their practicals because they're so hard. Like they studied for that practical for a week straight, probably. Anatomy? Yeah. I used to love anatomy. See, I'm really good at anatomy. Yeah. Like in high school, I could tell you any bone in the body, any organ, whatever. But chemistry is what really fucked me up in high school. I barely passed chem. I'm not gonna lie. I can say it now because I don't give a fuck. But the only reason why I passed chem, chemistry was I had a new initiated member in PIKE, and
he was hella smart. He was like an aeronautical science major, and I paid him every week to do my chem. Like $40 every week to do my chem.
Jesus.
Yeah. And so
But he's in a frat and he was a what major?
Aeronautical science. I don't know, something crazy.
Something stupid crazy.
Yeah. And he did my homework. And so basically I would get 100 on all my homework, and we had a midterm and a final because it was the accelerated chem course. And I failed both of them. But because, well, not failed, but I got like 70% on both of them. But because my homework grade was so high, I finished with a B.
Well, you got to use your connections somehow, right?
Hey, man. You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you. I feel like nowadays it's all like, was this written by AI? Well, I put the prompt in. Yeah. I don't really know why it matters. I understand the topic.
I mean, if you're not using ChatGPT, then that's on you.
Right. That's, yeah. But I think that is about it for my questions. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and thank you so much to you for coming in. My Instagram is Shae Smolik, and this podcast Instagram is the After Parties Podcast. Your turn.
Flock and Tie on Instagram, and I don't have a podcast.
He doesn't have a podcast. Yeah, not yet. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next episode. Bye.